How's everybody going today? Glad that you brothers and sisters tuned into the Biological Mammal channel. It's a video that I've been trying to put up as I haven't had success, so I'm going to try again. First and foremost, I need to explain. Well, I really don't need to explain. I'm going to show you or tell you that black nationalism has nothing to do with anything radical. It has nothing to do with anything anti-white. Black nationalists, being a black nationalist, I watched CNN earlier incorrectly say that black nationalists are basically terrorists, people tied to ISIS regimes and things along those lines. They're doing the same thing. The media is doing the same assault on anybody that is claiming to be pro-black or black nationalist. It's basically saying someone is for their race and their advancement of their race. Has nothing to do with anything of along the lines of terrorism, communist regimes. First and foremost, I myself, I don't practice any type of Karl Marx or Marxism. I don't practice that. I don't believe in any type of those theologies or ideologies or doctrines or philosophies or whatever you want to call them. I believe wholeheartedly in black people doing for themselves. That's it. Nothing about this. I don't believe in anything about separating black people from the government, separating state from of government. I'm not nothing like any Texas politician or any true Texan. It's disturbing to see that they take the focus. This is what America has done. America has, instead of addressing the issue, the real issue of police killing blacks, they turn away from that and they victimize the individuals that have been shot by police. I put up a video about nonviolence. Stop taking a nonviolent approach to deal with violence. I did put that video up, but I'm gonna clarify myself because I know there are some entities out there that are lurking to take black nationalism and the Black Liberation Army and twist them and tie them to radical regimes and Muslim terrorist regimes. And I don't follow Elijah Muhammad. It's sad to see that this shooter, that they're going in and they're hacking into this man's page, and they're putting garb on him to make him look like he was basically a terrorist. You know, this is what the United States do. Instead of saying why this man sought to shoot out police like he did that because of what's been going on. I mean, America does not want to deal with the fact that white police are killing black citizens. And black citizens are fed up, and are saying arm yourselves and protect yourselves only against rogue police officials. Only against, listen, do not go around just shooting random police. And I'm not condoning you shooting police, period. But I am condoning you protecting yourselves against rogue police officials and rogue civil servants. Yes. Why not? You want us to stand there and get shot like dogs? No, that's not going to happen. I encourage, and this is what, yes, what black nationalism is about. We are about protecting our own. We are about, listen, it's not about concocting an army and fighting white people. It's nothing about that. It's nothing like that. It's nothing about, people don't, the black nationalists, true black nationalists don't preach anti-white or anti-Semitic anything. Don't preach anything along the lines of what the Nation of Islam teaches. We're gonna say the nation back in the 60s. You know, it's pathetic how CNN, the liberal CNN, try to tie black nationalism and the black nationalists and the Black Liberation Army to communism, to terrorist regimes. And that's a lie. That is a lie. That is a blatant lie that the media cannot even, when they put this stuff out, you should say, okay, prove that. Anybody can get on anybody's page and hack their page and put them in garb and make them look this and make them look that. That man's family can be made to say this. If you ever notice, I know that guy, the police chief in Dallas. If you notice, they constantly put that black guy up there, don't they? When they put the surgeons that operated on the officers. And you know what? Hey, man, my heart goes out to their families, man. Those guys, honestly, probably more or less got caught up in the bad deeds that their comrades and their associates and their coworkers have exercised in the community. Um, they don't want to look. They don't want to address that. But when we talk about this surgeon they get on, they put a surgeon on, and they was talking about this heartfelt surgeon, and he was, oh man, he want black guy. People don't get it. The media is doing a good, masterful job of putting these coons up. They got this black chief up there in Dallas. He's cooning. They got this surgeon now. He's crying about all the officers that shot me. Like I said, my heart goes out to these guys. But still, at the same time, what about all these black people that have been killed, executed in front of the video, illegally, unjustly, inhumanely? You know, their families were hurt. Their families, there's no black surgeons jumping on TV, all white surgeons jumping on TV crying about getting those bodies coming in, seeing that they're unarmed and they're shot up like they were armed. We are still being treated like second-class citizens. If we had the same rights awarded to us as our white countrymen, we wouldn't be getting shot. Now, CNN is not telling you that there's no white shootings going on. There's no white officers busting black commuters' white commuters' windows and pulling them out, tasing them, and pulling them out of a broken side window, which is illegal, highly illegal. There are no white incidents where white officers are shooting white people for allegedly stealing cigarillos or shooting white people for not turning their music down. You know, there's no incidents for that. There's no white person trailing another white person, young white person, because he looks suspicious. How does that sound to a white person when a black person say, hey, you look suspicious? And he's just standing out. How does that sound to him? He know what he's going to say? I'm going to tell you the first thing he's going to say. How do I look suspicious? See, black people don't ask the pertinent questions. The media is doing a masterful job of trying to get guys federally indicted, basically, with this anti-terrorist and acts, and basically, and tie guys like us to terrorist regimes. I don't support any type of terrorist regimes. I think terrorism is the lowest low, you know, and I shun any type of ISIS, and I know that's a portion of what's wrong with Africa now today because of the terrorist-backed regimes in Africa, disillusioning a lot of the Africans over there in Africa, thinking that they're for them. And I, for one, don't want to have any parts to do with that. So I'm going to tell you right now, that Black Liberation Army tying them to terrorist regimes, that is a lie. That is a lie. Listen to the name in itself. Black Liberation Army. You know, when so-called whites in America were liberating themselves from the taxation of the British, they were calling themselves basically a Liberation Army. You know, basically. They were liberating themselves. They formed up to liberate themselves from a form of oppression. They weren't deemed as terrorists then. And that's what the Black Liberation Army in Africa is formed for. It's to get rid of all foreign oppression. Don't let the media lie to you. The media is doing a masterful job of trying to turn guys like us into basically terrorists. And I'm not a terrorist by far. I don't support any form of terrorism. I don't support any form of violence on police officers, the ones that are doing their jobs. Any police officer that is doing his job and protecting and serving all civil servants, I, for one, am for the protection of his life, safeguarding of his life as well. But when they're out there executing blacks, I'm not going to tell a black man, hey man, don't protect yourself. This is basically what that last video was basically saying, the nonviolence against violence approach. Gandhi took a nonviolent approach, and he got killed by violent people. It didn't help none. Yeah, Martin Luther King, rest his soul, took a nonviolent approach, and he was violently killed. The only way to stop violence is violence, and that's the only way you're going to get people's attention. And I did say, yes, I did say, if a officer is threatening your life, you have the right. You do have the right to fight back in a lethal and use all lethal force necessary to stop that officer from committing that illegal act. That is legal precedent. So don't get and twist my words and saying that I'm out here tossing stones to ignite the climate for blacks to just start shooting unarmed officers, just shooting any random officer. No, I have family that work, for the system. I have family that are officers. No, quite naturally, I'm not sitting there saying shoot any officer you see. No, I'm not saying that. I wouldn't condone that, because every officer is not out there shooting blacks. Every officer is not out there infringing on blacks' civil liberties. Blacks got sense. You know who's in your neighborhood infringing on your civil liberties. You know who toes need to be stepped on, and you know whose toes need. Hey, no, dude. No. He's not. Just ranking officers. They know who when they go out there. Just like anybody with authority knows the subordinates upon them. I can't send him into this neighborhood because he's racist. But what they do, they send him into those neighborhoods anyway. See, if black people knew that the games that these precincts play on how they fabricate revenue through these citations in your neighborhood by being you not even playing on your naivete, that you're not doing anything that affects commerce when you're in your vehicle. If they knew these things, they would get these officials out their neighborhoods, because the right know this. The right know what they're doing. They know they're creating illegal revenue, but what do? They let these same officers use these racist Gustavo tactics on top of creating illegal revenue and coming to your neighborhood with that. See, this is what I'm saying. This is what we need to address. I said, yeah, if he shoot at you, you shoot at him. If he's illegally trying to take your life, yeah, you protect your life. You shoot back. But when an officer is illegally doing something, when an officer is legally trying to protect you. So I tell people out there, don't use what these fools are saying by shooting any officer you see. Don't use that as a catalyst to go to war against the police. No, don't do that. Be smart. You attack things administratively, and those that attack you violently, then yes, you respond with violence. And I do condone that, but I do not condone violence on nonviolent officers. I do not condone violence on officers that do their jobs. No, I don't. I believe in those officers deserve their credit due, But there are those that, and like back up. First off, Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. If I'm tired of hearing that all lives matter stuff, because if all lives matter, only black people wouldn't be getting killed. Stop that. You're cooning. You don't know how brainwashed you sound when you say all lives matter. Well, listen. Think about this. If all lives matter, then why are they only shooting black people? Why are these officers only shooting unarmed black people? And why isn't anyone saying this other than black people? That Black Lives Matter and all lives matter. You got white people saying that all lives matter to throw you right off the track, because nobody want to address the issue that black people are the only ones getting shot. One love, one life, one loyalty. That's what black nationalism is about. Don't let them lie to you. It's only about to bring the issues to the forefront and address our best interests. It's nothing about black nationalism that is terrorist and people operate along the lines of the Nation of Islam. No, that's a lie.